You all excited? I'm excited. Gonna play some Oxygen Not Included. I'm Kay. We are getting ready to hit day 36. I've built my little ladder up to the steam geyser. They just finished getting it. So now we have a pretty decent supply of water, constant. Still need to do this oxygen situation because finding that out, I was able to get a little bit of algae, but it's not going to last long at all. And it's extremely low, a low pressure in the base. A lot of carbon dioxide. I have outlined the freshwater trap. We do need to build it. And I am going to have to make pretty much all this 3 blocks thick. I believe since no water is really going to be standing, I can get away with just having... all this 1 block thick. So that's what I'm working on now. I'm probably gonna need to make no, because if I make it gas permeable tiles, then I risk the steam going out here. I mean, all the steam should collect up here. But yeah, this will help keep it cool. So we can go ahead and do that. Now we have this Wheezewort. So I've left some blocks here and there so that the seeds can actually plant. So we need to get some seeds and we need to put them up here also. The only way that I know how to do that is basically build a storage bin up here. Make it so that it only holds a seed. And then it will plant one when you destroy it. So those will help keep this area extra cool. So I'm going to continue doing this. I'm going to see if I can finally get this area over here situated. Just waiting for them to pick up some of the plants. Or some of the seeds. So when I can seal that off, we'll still have the seeds left over. So we're going to go ahead and finish that up. And then we'll start on building up this this little trap. Alright, be right back. So the slime trick has worked. I've got a pretty decent amount of oxygen. Granted, it's polluted oxygen, but I've got a decent amount. Not ideal. Ideal would be 1,800 grams per tile. And we're roughly around 300 to 400 in every single, every spot I check. We do still have a lot of carbon dioxide, but it's okay. We'll get to that. We've been able to get our food situation under control. I went ahead and built a second musher. And they've been able to get a good enough water and dirt. So that went up. Now we're down to, or we're up to almost 40,000. I went ahead and did turn that off. We could reprioritize some stuff. Now I'm just waiting for them to continue digging out things. So we have 6 people right now. Let's go ahead and get a new duplicant. Actually, none of these are really good. We already have one narcoleptic, so I don't want another one. This guy's a mouth breather, and we already have oxygen issues. We don't need to use any more. And he's got irritable bowel, which isn't that bad. I mean, we can make it. I mean, it just means that he's goes to the bathroom a little bit more. Or it takes him longer to go to the bathroom, not sure. But all their decor is really -5, so that's not... He has +8 digging. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and select you, buddy. You got irritable bowel and your name is Stinky. Guess he's gonna live up to his name. So right now we're just waiting for them to pretty much dig everything. There's a lot of resources that we need. There's a lot of resources that are queued up to dig, like some gold. As well as the abyssalite. Yeah, let's go with that. Abyssalite. So we got some of that queued up. So we're just generally waiting for them to start digging. So I'm gonna let them dig his stuff out. We'll be back in a while. Alright, we are back. So we've dug out a good amount. We dug out this area up here. Which now I'm going ahead and deconstructing, you know, what's the stuff that's left. We started doing this this shaft down to the ice biome. That's going a little bit slower than I'd like it. I did finish digging out the rest of the base, as well as started our storage system. I haven't had them to start picking anything up. And we have finished our second generation area. Right now, I'm still trying to get our food situation under control. The oxygen situation has pretty much fixed itself. Storing all the slime and polluted dirt in this storage chest that has produced a good amount of polluted oxygen, which they can breathe. So, that's nice. So, I'm starting to get them to dig this area here. Going kind of slow, but they can do it. And we do have a new member of our family here. Everybody's a little upset at me right now, but they'll get over it. Alright, well, we are on cycle 95. We've done a good amount. We've got 10 people now in our little colony here. I do have a little flood. That is unfortunate. I couldn't dig this out fast enough, so the water built up and it pretty much destroyed the little walls that we had, or the ceiling that we had here. So unfortunately, it does continue to fill this up. I do have the trap pretty much finished. And as you can see, I've started building the pipes and wires. So, for those that would like to know, I'll make this pretty simple. The Wheezeworts, they make things cold. So, in order to plant them, since we can't plant them in a pot or plant them in a planter box for food, Basically, we have to dig out around the area, but we have to definitely leave one voxel that's original. We build a storage box on top of it where it allows only that seed. Once the seed is inside there, we go ahead and we deconstruct it. What that's going to do is that's going to drop the seed onto this block right here. In this case, it's obsidian. After a couple cycles go by, this seed plants itself and becomes a plant. So as of right this second, I had a total of 3 seeds. Planted, or I put 3 inside a storage compactor here. Destroyed it. 1 seed planted. The other 2 is sitting there. And I put 2 seeds in here. Planted it. And then now we're planting this last one. We have 2 more to go. So we just need to get the seeds. I got a seed right here. And another one over here. So that's excellent. And then I'm going to leave this Weezort plant. I believe I have a spot where I'm going to put another one. Right here. So once all this is taken care of, we'll be able to continue branching this out and connect this with this area up here. Finish building a little stairwell so that we can actually have our water flowing into our water pit. Once that's said and done, we will be all set for our fresh water. I've already built a little sorter so that we can pull any polluted water that's inside of our fresh system. And we'll put that into our polluted water catch, which will be over here. I have our other power generation done. So I've got that locked so that they can't destroy the battery since pretty much everybody's at 100% stress. I still need to build a lot of the decor items. And then once the decor items are built, then we're going to do all the mopping. And then we're going to pack up all the items that are just scattered through. That should raise our decor to green. As you can see, it's quite ugly. We are starting to get a good amount of carbon dioxide that's throughout the base. Both down here as well as you can see, just all around here. We got to start figuring out a way to take care of this. Algae is something that we don't have. So unfortunately, we can't rely on the little algae farms that are down here. We're going to have to use the CO2 scrubbers, which we can do, but they require materials, and we need to get our polluted water system and our freshwater system finished before we can start really. So they're continuing digging out. I'd prefer them to dig this out first. It looks like they're going to dig the storage area. I could prioritize this a little bit differently, but I don't really want to. So we'll let them work at their own speed. We have a good amount of food going. 74,000 calories, 75,000 calories right now. A total of 10 beds, 10 people. This is working out pretty well. I do need to get our stress under control. That is one thing that's starting to pile up. And it seems we need to start really digging out some wolframite. So that's going to be in our ice biomes. We might have to start branching out and really start digging for resources. In fact, see very much anywhere. We got some here and there, but well, definitely. I mean, there's a good amount actually over here, so we could probably do this over here. So So we're at a pretty good point. Getting ready to end day 97. A lot of our time is just continuing to dig this out. A lot of our time is continuing to just do the normal day-to-day operations. I would like to get another 5 people if possible. I don't believe that right now I can support that many. All of our research is done. Everything, every block, every item that's in the game right now is researched. I went ahead and just destroyed the research benches. Got our our resources back. And if the game gets updated and I need to add some more, they added more research in here, I can go ahead and just throw them back in and do my research. I went ahead and just got back that copper just in case I needed it. We are on cycle 127. A lot has gone by. I've started laying out the farm. So they haven't started building it. Also, the mess hall. I've laid out some more decor items, shower, bathroom. I have gotten my stress level under control. We're down to 13%. The water trap is working. The water is actually cooling down. Currently the water in here is 25 degrees. So it is working. In fact, I've actually started freezing some of the items. So that is the one drawback that it seems I'm having. I even was able to freeze an item inside here, though it's starting to finally melt. So my plan is right now, I need to build the polluted water tank, as well as a carbon dioxide trap. I have this area here, so I can pump the carbon dioxide out of the base. I'll put it into the trap, and then I'll have a the carbon dioxide scrubbers in there, and then they will purify the air, and then I'll pump that back into the area here. I also need a hydrogen trap to start my, or not trap, a tank to start my supercooling of various gases like chlorine and things of that nature. With everything researched, right now I'm just waiting. Waiting for them to not only clean up the base, which they are doing slowly. They are doing. But I'm waiting for them to basically start doing stuff that I want them to do. Like start building all these things. Like, we are having still a food issue. My food stock goes really high up. It'll go like 75 or 80,000 calories. And then it would just plummet. Like, they won't make anything else. And next thing I know, it will be at 4,000 or 2,000. So I'm not exactly sure. I actually set every priority on the entire map back to 5. I don't know if me having different priorities was messing around with that. We'll find out once the calorie count gets back up there. But right now, pretty much everybody they sleep, they get tons of water constantly, and then go to the bathroom and then sleep again. Nobody's making anything. I don't know what's going on with that. In fact, I'm freezing some more polluted ice, or polluted water over here, turning into polluted ice. So once everything's picked up, once they start building some of this stuff, mainly this area right here. Once that's done, then I'll start working on the water tank. Because I do need that before I can really start piping up my toilets and showers, which will also help out the stress level. Right now my stress is at 24, and it looks like it's 3 people, Sophie, Stinky, and May. There he is. So in the morning, that should reduce their stress. Well, I think that's everything for this episode. Until next time, have fun.